Welcome to our first bonus lesson. Bonus lessons are things that your parents can assign you on top of what is normally going on during our week. Now, of course, the bonus is worth stuff for our game, so you will get a code at the end of each bonus lesson if you want to acquire some extra stuff. But it is up to your parents whether or not you have to do this bonus stuff. Let's get into the lesson. Our first bonus lesson is unit rates. Unit rates is when we compare two things that have different units. And you're going to be asked to translate the comparison of the form times as many into multiplication. What is 1 meter plus 2 centimeters? In our measurement unit, we learn to convert meters into centimeters. We know that 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Think about a meter stick. A meter stick has 100 centimeters on it. The math is really easy. We're just adding those 2 centimeters to our 100 centimeters, and we get a sum of 102 centimeters. A rate is when we compare things in different units. For example, 3 lemons cost $2. So what is being compared? A, 5 pears cost $2. We are comparing pears to dollars. B, $1 for 3 kiwis. We are comparing dollars to kiwis. Go ahead and complete this page. So a unit rate is when one of the quantities is equal to 1. Let's take a look at the last exercise and just identify which ones are actually unit rates. Which questions have one of the variables equal to 1? Well, I see B has $1. I see D has 1 kiwi. Sun is driving at 50 kilometers per hour. This one's tricky, but actually this is a unit rate because we know that she drives 50 kilometers in 1 hour. On a map, 1 centimeter is 3 meters. Jaden earns $6 an hour. So again, trying to trick you, but this just equals 1 hour. The recipe calls for 1 cup of flour for every teaspoon of salt. So these are both unit rates, 1 cup of flour and 1 teaspoon. Continuing along, we take a look at another page. What makes it a unit rate? Well, what makes it a unit rate for A is that it says per kilogram. And so then we know that 8 cups per kilogram, this is equal to 1 kg. 1 apple costs 30 cents. 1 apple is why it's a unit rate. Continuing along, you can see that each one of these is equal to 1. Earlier we saw Jaden earned $6 an hour for babysitting. How much would he earn for 2 hours? Well, if $6 he gets for 1 hour, then for 2 hours, we know we just need to double it, $12. We also saw that 5 pears cost $2. How much would 2 pears cost? Now, this is a tricky question because it doesn't actually give us the unit rate, the cost of one thing. So the first step we need to find is, how much does 1 pear cost? So we have $2, and we need to share that $2 with 5 pears. So this is a division question. Can I divide $2 with 5 pears? And the answer is I can't. I need to actually trade those $2 for cents. How many cents is in $2? Well, I know that $1 is 100 cents and $2 is 200 cents. Now, this might look really hard. Am I going to really take 1 cent at a time and put it in each group? Well, actually, we can use tens blocks to share, or in this case, dimes, if you're thinking about money, tens blocks to share it equally, and it'll be a lot faster. So I'm just going to use lines for my tens blocks, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200 cents. So, how much does one pair cost? We know that one pair would cost 10, 20, 30, 40 cents. We know that two pairs would cost 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So two pairs equals 80 cents. If one book costs $3, how much would two books cost? 3 books or 4 books? Now, this is where our T-tables become very useful. We have a book and we have dollars. So if one book costs $3, two books would be double that, $6. 3 books would be $9 because we are going up by $3. And you can find the answer for 4 books. If 2 books cost $8, how much do 3 books cost? Well, again, our first step is to find the unit rate. We need to find the cost of 1 book. So 2 books, and I'm just going to use my groups, and we're going to share those $8 with 2 books. $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8. How much does 1 book cost? Well, 1 book costs $4. Now, to find how much 3 books cost, we can simply buy another book and put an equal number of dollars in it. So 3 books would cost 4, 8, 12. All right, the following exercises will be used as answers in our game. So go ahead, work on this sheet, get the answers, and then you can use our game to find if those answers are correct. Best of luck. Exercise number 2 is just asking for you to find the unit rate. 4 limes cost 80 cents. How much does 1 lime cost? Well, again, I'm going to be using groups that represent my limes. And with a big number like 80 cents, I'm going to use 10 blocks and see if I can share my 10 blocks among those 80 cents, or dimes, if you'd prefer to think of it as dimes. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Awesome. I can share 80 cents equally with 4 limes, which means that 1 lime would just cost 10, 20 cents. 1L equals 20 cents. Go ahead, complete this page, and then you can check our answers in our game. How many more triangles than circles are there? We can quickly count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 triangles, and we have 2 circles. How many more triangles than circles are there? 6 minus 2 equals 4. Now, what about times as many? 2 times something equals 6. Well, we can skip count by 2's. 2, 4, 6. So we find that our answer of times as many is 3. I want to draw 5 times as many triangles as circles. I have 3 circles, and I need 5 times as many. If we were to draw the same amount, we would have to draw 3 triangles. This is 1 times as many. 3 times 1 is 3. But we need to draw 5 times as many. So if this is 1, then we draw an additional column to show 2 times as many. We draw a third column to show 3 times as many. Continuing along, we eventually get to 5 times as many. What's our answer then? Well, we have to count all of these triangles. I'm going to start by counting by 3's, and we go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. All right, we have a couple more exercises. I'll do the first one, and then I'll leave the rest for our game. There are 8 triangles and 2 squares. How many times as many triangles as squares are there? So if we were to draw this, we would start by drawing 2, and then we would draw triangles, counting by 2. until we get to 8, because we know there's 8 triangles. 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, how many times as many is there? There's 1 times as many, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times as many triangles as there are squares. We've made it to extensions. And this is usually where I would say grade 4s, go ahead and finish extensions, and grade 3s, you're done. But if you would like to complete the extensions grade 3s, go for it. Of course it'll be worth some epic loot in our game.